Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the UT4 Elim League Season 4, hosted by UT Pugs. We have an awesome matchup here between Extra Dumb and We Are Annihilation. Extra Dumb coming off a big victory against the at the point undefeated Los Questions, taking him down in a 2-1 victory. I mean, quote-unquote, hitting the reverse sweep. This is a best of 3, so not as much as like if they'd lost the first 2 and then won the next 3, but still, lost the first map, took the next 2. So we are going to have a great matchup here. I do believe Extra Dumb, after beating Los Questions, has proven that they're one of the stronger teams in this division. And seeing as Los Questions handled We Are Annihilation in a tidy 3-0, I would expect the same here. Extra Dumb probably looking like they're going to take it, but you never know. This is why you have to play the games as they come. We Are Annihilation could take a victory here. They probably will be one of the teams that would get stronger throughout the cup, with practice kind of being expected to get better as he plays more games. He is a very good 2K4 player, so we would expect him to improve on his early showings, and he's already shown that he is one of their stronger players. So, you know, him getting better could help this team get to a place where they're a bit more stable. But we won't know until we see this matchup happen, and we would expect that Extra Dumb could keep their momentum rolling. Matt, Lass, Headcase, and Kamikaze, very strong foursome. Gabo practice. Ma is on their team, I think, or is Ma a sub? Let me double check that one quickly. And it is, yeah, Ma is subbing, I would guess, for Chris Powa, or maybe Adram, but well, actually, yeah, it will be Adram, because Chris Powa is in the hub, just hasn't spawned yet. So we do have all 8, and we should be getting going in just a minute here, but we are still waiting on the last couple of people, and hopefully we can get this going quickly. Nothing ever starts on time in the Unreal Tournament world. It is several minutes after 10 when this match was supposed to start, and we will see where it goes from here. But going in for this right now, I would expect a good matchup, lots of exciting frags, and hopefully a few exciting games or two. Exciting games. Game or two? Bah. However it works, it doesn't matter. We're here to watch some Unreal Tournament action and see these guys fight and play and, you know, give us a good show. We want to see some good frags, and I would guess that for the most part we're going to be seeing Matt or Lass, which one of I would expect them to kind of be carrying the way for Extra Dumb and putting out top tier performances. But you never know, one of them could be cold, and then we just kind of see the other one cook. Or we get the upset, and maybe We Are Annihilation, maybe one of their players goes off, and we see them absolutely put Extra Dumb to the sword, and practice plays at 4 PPR level and carries them through. Gabo says, ready when you are, and we are going to be waiting, and on the response, hopefully we get it soon, and hopefully we can get into this matchup, as people are still running around in warm-up and getting a headshot. And we do have the ready response, the have funs. We are going to get into this matchup. Final countdown to the match between Extra Dumb and We Are Annihilation about to begin. And wow, this is a long loading screen, but we finally have our 3. We finally have our 2. We finally have our 1, and we are into this matchup, and we're going to get right on board. We're going to go on board with Matt first round. I know lots of people like to watch this man play, see if he can't get headshots, but he runs into 2, almost gets a big damage, does end up going down to Ma, and we're going to go right on board Lass. Can Lass make up for Matt getting insta-jibbed almost at the start of this round and getting very little out in return? And it is already a 2 versus 4. Lass trying to go out, not quite having the combo angle onto whoever it was at the shock rifle, and does run right into practice. Practice making it hard, jumping up, taking down Lass. Lass was the last alive, and a 1-0 already in favor of We Are Annihilation, not Extra Dumb. And practice now playing this high flak on Sheops and trying to deal with Matt coming right at him, but he gets sideswiped and front swiped by Matt at the same time. And now we go back onto Lass, who's fighting Chris Powa, and they're going to run into each other. Lass, great flank, hits a nice combo, not able to connect the snipe, but is able to drop down immediately after. And Chris Powa in a 1v4 is going to go down quickly after that. And 1-1. We are already starting this in quite a fast fashion. We've seen a decent amount of Lass and Matt already, so let's go on board back to over to one of the players on We Are Annihilation, Chris Powa, see how he starts the round. And everyone looking to be congregating over at this belt for Extra Dumb, except for Lass, who managed to get the kill, or get the boots at least. Don't know if he got the kill, didn't see the kill feed, but now he's fighting off Chris. And Chris is doing his best, surviving and trading damage, but Lass able to kind of get on him. But now help has arrived, and it does not help Chris Powa, as instead he walks right into a shot combo, and Gabo falls soon after in the 1v4. Not really enough there, and we will go on board Kamikaze. And Matt setting up the flank here. You know what, let's see if this comes through. Let's see if anyone pushes. Matt has been incredibly patient and decides finally to step out. Ma was just about to run past him, and great combo. That second combo, not so much, but able to at least lure somebody in. Matt taking down Gabo, nice shot, and Matt gonna collect the HP. And sorry to Kamikaze, who we got off, but Matt was setting up the flank of all flanks, and I wanted to see how that one paid off. Instead, Matt goes down to practice. Kamikaze, last alive. We get to see him anyways. Can he secure a clutch for his team and put them up to a 3-1 advantage? Or will Kamikaze fail and put his team to a tie scoreline? This is kind of a pivotal early round, and Kamikaze is going to miss a shot onto Ma. They now know where he is. They are going to be looking for him. Ma does not go up to Bio, though. Instead, going to walk around to Belt and link up practice. Kamikaze could definitely hear him, and now the flank was way too long. And now Kamikaze has the advantage. The health pack is right in front of him, and Ma just failing the boot jump up, and instead has to go down around the side and runs right into Kamikaze. Kamikaze does secure the clutch, does put in the 3-1, and there we go. That is going to be the advantage kind of to Extra Dumb early on. And can they secure it and get another round on the board and kind of move this towards the 3-0 that we all kind of thought was happening? But as it stands, We Are Annihilation able to get a man advantage in this round. It is, well, now, I was going to say it was a 3v4, but now it is a 3 versus 3 as one of We Are Annihilation drops down. But Kamikaze, 15 HP, can Gabo finish him up? Not going to pull out a mini or a link. Instead, opts for the LG, not connecting. Now Kamikaze is now pushing around to the other side, and Gabo ends up dropping. And Matt getting a wrecker. Okay. We're gonna show Kamikaze here, or not Kamikaze, Matt on a wrecker. Can he continue? Is gonna find Gabo on a flank here and gonna eat a huge combo, but gives one right back. Hits a nice snipe onto Gabo, takes him down, takes the health pack with 5 HP. Questionable decisions from Matt, but if he can make it happen, misses the snipe onto Practice. Practice still very healthy. Matt jumping up, just does not care. Matt able to get the kill, and you know what? We'll stick on board. Can Matt secure this? He has 25 HP. If Ma is able to take him down, might be the end of it, but Matt so far has just been crushing, and Ma gets hit by one primary and a headshot out of Matt, and it speak too soon. Matt's on 5.1 PPR. We're going to stick with Matt. Sorry to anyone that we haven't seen so far, but Matt is currently hands off. Don't touch the wheel. This man is on fire, and he is lighting up the scoreboard. Can he continue? That is the question we all want to know. Huge combo. Matt, somehow, no one decided to just keep him from being able to go up that ramp, and Matt able to get a huge combo and is now kind of in a steady, patient flank here and hits Ma. Matt is cooking right now. He was cooking last match. He's continued cooking this match. This man is currently on a mission, Matt on a Mission, title of the new hit show coming to a channel near you. And Matt is absolutely smoking something right now. Everyone keeps talking about checking people for performance-enhancing substances. Matt needs to be checked for some performance-enhancing substances because his performance is above enhanced. It is monstrous. Doesn't need any performance enhancers when your LG is that long. Ma in a 1v4. We're going to go over. Ma got a player, so Ma gets headshot, so I don't know if that's going to be worthwhile. I was trying to swap over, but Matt just... The ability to just know where those rockets are going to hit or not hit is incredible. Like, he's sidestepping the littlest bits of that damage. I mean, this... Just another nice snipe out of Matt. Matt is currently cooking some players here. And the world's slowest wall run, resulting in one more nice snipe. And now Gabo, 10 HP, probably going to drop here. Matt doesn't even pay attention. Gabo goes down in 8-1. This is, as I think most people expected, predicted, were thinking about ending up in a very quick, bad situation. Matt hits another nice combo and hits another primary, and can he connect the snipe? He's going to kind of get forced into pushing here as he was getting shot from the side. Somehow, neither Gabo nor Matt have died yet in that exchange, but Matt finally gets Gabo, but Chris Powa is able to trade off onto Matt, and we go on board. Chris Powa has a head case in front of him, flat coming out, and nice flick LG, but not able to connect it. Love the idea, love the aggression. Combo not coming through either. Does land the snipe on the kamikaze, makes this a 2v2, and it is Lass and head case against 2, but currently going to be against 1 as... Lass and, well, against none as Chris Powa goes down. I was going to say Lass and Headcase able to push down Chris Powa's teammate there, and that ended very quickly, and Matt is just, does not end up taking that fire, does shoot practice, is getting shot from the back. Matt put himself in a dangerous position. He is a very aggressive player, does plus W a lot, but he's going to end up sometimes eating damage like that, and is able to survive, still has above a snipe of HP. Matt playing this incredibly well, missing the snipe onto Gabo, seeing practice, lands the core and the primary on 2 different targets there. Yeah, okay, practice, can you secure, your team's on map point for map number 1. Matt just flacks him down, and that is a quick 10-1. Matt, 4.7 PPR, 3,800 damage, absolutely crushing the enemy team. I mean, what more can you say? 4.7 PPR, 52% LG, almost 4K damage in 11 rounds. 3,800 damage in 11 rounds. And it was kind of funny because we are Annihilation, able to win round number 1. They never won another one. Not exactly a kind of record you want to be keeping. But Extra Dumb doesn't care. They'll take the W's whichever way they may get handed to them. And they're going to move on. Next map pending. And they're going to probably look to just continue their play from here. I just realized I never changed the score bug. So this is... We've got the ready. We've got the have funs. We have the enter button being depressed, and we are going to get into map number 2 here on pending. Extra Dumb taking the first map 10-1. If you are just joining us, pretty big stomp, all things considered. And we'll start off, see if Matt can't keep this going, and see first couple rounds, see how they go this map. But so far, Matt going to kind of just push slowly, and Lass already dropping. Matt able to come and collect Gabo, though, and aggressive push from Matt here. And is he going to grab anything else? It is Matt in a 1v3 as his team drops quickly. And Matt, this practice is very good at this map in 2K4. Can he keep the same kind of performance into UT4? We will find out. But Matt has a big task in front of him. Needs to get a kill quickly, is unable to do so. And just like last map, We Are Annihilation able to take round number 1. Can they at least take a second round in this matchup? Or at least this map, anyways. Gonna be tough, though. They got pretty walked against by Extra Dumb, and practice is already looking try and take over this 50 area and get some damage off. Sees Last and moves in and kind of eats a combo. Almost hits the nice Stombo onto Last, but is instead going to back off and does see Last again. Able to take down Last. It is a 2v2. Matt and Kamikaze, and practice able to take out Matt. Did not. I don't think he heard Kamikaze. Just going to go and collect the health packs. And now he sees him. The Kamikaze misses the shot. Practice hits his. And Practice is going to get aggressive here. Going to use the jump boots to jump up. Kamikaze does fly. Kamikaze doesn't die. Fantasy was wrong. They both flew. Neither one got hit. And now Kamikaze looking to maybe collect that HP pack. And Practice looking to defend it, but Kamikaze leaves it alone. Practice jumps back up over to the nest. I think he heard him. Another 70 damage. Kamikaze, 30 HP. Practice takes him down, hits a couple of straight snipes, and Practice gets a second round on the board for his team. Big round out of Practice, and we're going to go on board Chris Powa now, who's currently second place for We Are Annihilation, doing some good work, it seems so far. And loading up some rockets, shooting them, and trying to move over to pillars, but walks right into Lass and gets a flak ball, some damage onto Lass, and nice snipe. Lass is taking a beating over at the nest area, and another little bit of chip damage. Every little bit counts. Matt's just going to hit a big combo onto Chris and put them, Gabo and Ma, into a, well, I'd say just Ma, into a 1 versus 3 as Gabo drops pretty quickly. And we're seeing who can manage to kind of take this one, and Matt gonna clean up Gabo, and 2-1 now. I mean, We Are Annihilation already has one more round on the board than we could have thought they might have had, and we're gonna go on board with Lass, as he's unable to kind of hit that combo. Lets it fly a little too long, but is going to run into Ma, hits that combo, but nobody home. Ma now hits a nice flak onto Last. Last might get taken down here. Just has a shade over 30 HP. It is Matt and Last in a 2 versus 3, and Matt, I think, is actively fighting. Last is looking for a flank, but Matt goes down. Last alive, and he's got 23 HP to his name, and Chris Powa takes him down too. Really, I mean, 140, 100, and Zio stacked Practice. That is going to be a tough one for Extra Dumb to overcome in that case. But on board, Ma just sees her teammate go down right in front of her. Does hit Last, though, for a return, and is now pushing up. And Flak doesn't connect, and Matt is going to be there, going to shoot the combo, but Ma, moving in a great way, avoids the combo. And Matt, somebody's over at Nest, Ma. You rotate. Ma's going to get the pack, though, and I think they now know where Kamikaze is. Kamikaze is back. But no, I guess they must have missed him. They definitely now know where he is, as Practice is actively shooting him. Kamikaze takes down Practice, and what is he walking into? Shot not connecting. Both of We Are Annihilation is right in front of him. Kamikaze not going to give up the... Well, now he gives up the high ground. Does land a decent, good bit of damage onto Chris, but Ma and Chris just both too healthy, both being able to shoot down that line, take down Kamikaze, and all of a sudden, 4-1, and this is quickly going sideways. Practice and Kamikaze once again coming together, but both going to opt out of that fight, and Ma is going to instead fight Kamikaze, but Kamikaze backs off, once again playing patiently, just trying to keep his line of sight and play hit scan and help his team. And Ma goes down, and Chris Power has Kamikaze right behind him, has no idea Kamikaze hits the rocket and gets another round on the board for Extra Dumb. Now a 4-2 in favor of We Are Annihilation. As we're going to go on board with Gabo. The last one kind of here for We Are Annihilation that we haven't taken a look at yet. And going to be fighting Lass across from top U-Haul to 50, but going to back off and go help his teammate. And Matt doesn't connect on the combo. Could have been a big one. Matt instead takes a lot of damage in U-Haul and goes down. Gabo with the primary. That was a clutch kill onto one of the carries for Extra Dumb. Now Gabo's going to push over to the double ramps and fight Kamikaze. Takes down Kamikaze. And Gabo and Practice are against Lass. Just Lass. 15 HP gets sniped by Gabo. And Lass going to try and run away, but it might be too little too late for him. Rockets get loaded up. Practice hits the LG. And a 5-2 in favor of We Are Annihilation. As it is quickly going their way. And we're going to go on board Headcase, get him around. I don't think we got one with him last map, but he's going to get shot early, get shot twice early. Does manage to return an LG, but he is still very low. Only 80 HP. He is a snipe and a mini away from death, and Headcase is going to pull out the minigun and start trying to mow people down. Does hit a nice LG onto Gabo there as he swaps guns, and 10 HP, very low. Practice and Ma, last two alive. Practice is trying to run away, and Ma is just holding the nest. Practice goes down. Ma, last alive, goes down not too long after. Don't even have time to swap to Ma's perspective. And Extra Dumb able to get the 5-3. And currently, Matt, we're going to go on board Practice. They are leading, and Practice is a big part of the reason why, along with Chris. Practice, nice snipe onto Headcase. Can he hit another one? Just looking. Does hit one and drops down Chubb's hole and is moving and grooving. Almost shoots at his teammate. Does shoot at Last, though. Last goes down, and minigun taken down Last. They must have made the call that he had been sniped 3 times as Headcase runs right into Practice. Practice runs right into Matt, and Practice ends up going down. And now it is Ma and Chris against 2. Ma unable to connect, but able to hit Mass, able to take out Headcase. And now Matt in a 1v2. This is usually not where Matt is, as he is usually the guy who's plus Wing and dying earlier. And instead, his team is relying on him to hit the shots. And 16 HP does take out Ma, but unable to pick up the pack. It falls in a weird way, but does get the snipe onto Chris, and does land the shock onto Chris. Chris was trying to push a little too aggressive. Matt just shooting a nice combo behind himself. Able to take down Chris Power and get his team 1 round away from tying it all up. And hits a headshot onto, I believe that was Gabo. And Matt is moving. Takes down Chris on a killing spree. Matt is currently crushing it. Gets a nice combo onto Practice. Hits a headshot onto Practice. Moving aggressively with the flak. Hits the LG. Takes down We Are Annihilation, and it is now a 5-5. And Practice is not used to how much better the sound is in this game in terms of what you can hear. He was thinking he was inaudible, whereas Matt could hear him clearly. Knew he was there. And Matt now fighting Practice, but connecting the LGs. Missing the flaks, but Matt gets traded out. It is a 2 versus 3. Chris Power is low, so it's kind of, in a way, 1 versus... And now it is Gabo in a 1 versus 3. I was going to say it is in a 1 versus... kind of like a 1 versus 3, but... Ooh! Last behind Gabo. Last is the... healthy one for Extra Dumb, and we're going to go on board. Lass. See what he's doing. Lass is actually very good at this map in 2K4, so I would guess he would be good at it here too, but I've seen him sometimes get aped, but he's the one kind of doing the aping now. And fighting Ma in practice, big combo out of Lass does take a lot of health off of Ma. Could have been anti-comboed there. Shock on shock fight are scary. Gabbo, however, well, last alive, not for long, dies, and now Extra Dumb has won. I think they were 5-2. They've won 5 straight rounds. And We Are Annihilation is quickly losing the plot. We're going to go on board Matt, 4.1 PPR, once again. Putting on the big boy carry pants and taking Extra Dumb to the promised land. As he's loading up rockets. Usually you don't see Matt with too many rockets. Usually just Sniper and LG and Shock. But nice snipe. And is going to be kind of chasing here. And Ma going to walk right into Matt's flat cannon. And Ma taking a ride on Matt's cannon. Doesn't end up well for her. Goes down. And 5-8 now in favor of Extra Dumb. As We Are Annihilation came out strong, but they have been falling and fading fast. And headshot from Matt onto Ma. Evens us out 3 players apiece. Matt taking some big damage, but just keeps pushing through and takes down Practice. And now has Chris Powa behind him. I think Chris Powa did not hear him. The jump up does happen. The snipe does happen, but Matt does go down. Last alive, and We Are Annihilation finally able to get something back. And we're going to go on board. Let's show Chris Powa. He's 2.8. Him and Practice have kind of been a good 1-2 punch so far this game. But they need to connect on something else soon, or else they're in danger of losing map number 2 and the match. But it is 8-6. This is not insurmountable. They just need to win a round or 2 here. But Chris a little bit past it in the mid-round, and his team drops. And now it's him and Gabbo, last 2 alive. And Chris just trying to get the combo out, trying to use the flat cannon, unable to use his strength to its best effort. And now Gabbo stuck at pillars, going to be surrounded, going to be taken down. And Extra Dumb 1 round away from taking this match. They are on match and map point. Can they secure it? We're going to go back on board Matt, 3.9 PPR. Can he continue? And, I mean, he's going to move up, get another headshot into Gabbo. Just absolutely brutal, some of the headshots out of Matt sometimes. Nice snipe, and got hit for another headshot. Matt has hit 2 headshots this round, but his team is down to their final 2 players in a 2 versus 3. And make that a 2 versus 2. Gabbo is low, though. Easily could go, but Practice taking down both Headcase and Kamikaze, and keeping his team alive in this match. And we're going to go on board with Practice, as he takes a little bit of fall damage, I think, from just the way that his lift interaction between him and his teammate worked. And Practice gets behind Headcase, and unable to connect the combo, and now has multiple players in front of him. And now fighting Matt, has a player behind him, goes down, and Chris Powa is last alive with Lass right in front of him. Lass cleans him up, and 10-7. Much more competitive than map number 1, but it is not enough, as Extra Dumb is going to take the match and put this map 3 at standings only application. Whoa. So, what I think is tragic is that about the current tiebreaker rules is this is now the third time that We Are Annihilation has had to play FaZe as their tiebreaker. I think that's absolutely insane.
2, 1.
That's my opinion. That should never happen. Like, I could see maybe a map getting duplicated, but like 3 times is crazy work. As we get into this map, we'll just go on board with Chris Powell first. It's going to be a bit of a... like, this is, I think, a formality, and I'm pretty sure that Extra Dumb is going to walk over this one. We might see another 10-1, and there could be a chance that it's a 10-0. I certainly hope not, but I'm not holding out my hope here. And Practice going to eat some big damage out of Matt. Does trade a little bit. But Practice is just stuck in the courtyard with 2 and goes down. Practice taking a lot of damage early, dropping, and now Matt, why are we on auto cam? Matt is now up and fighting Chris in the basement. Chris goes down. Ma last alive. Unlikely that she's going to be able to win this. She is trapped in the courtyard with 2 once again. Already used that joke. Need to find a new one. And Ma's going to need to find a new life in the next round as she drops early in that encounter. And already we're going to go on board. Where is Last? Why can my fingers not work? And Last is loading up a Tri-Rock surprise. And Christmas does not come early for him as he just takes a lot of damage trying to get into position and doesn't connect anything. And backs off, does hit a nice snipe, and is able to stay alive. And big damage coming out onto Gabo. Big flak. Last making the basement his own until Gabo tells him to get out of his troll cave. And Gabo, however, only just barely above a primary worth of damage and is going to run face first into Kamikaze, get rocketed, and 3-0 now in favor of Extra Dumb, as I've kind of expected. We Are Annihilation has done pretty poorly so far on FaZe in all iterations. They've just, I don't think a lot of them have played the map a lot, and it shows. But Headcase now facing off against Practice, and Ma drops in from all of this from out of nowhere, and Headcase is just going to run right into Practice, who takes him down. And now Practice has 3 and just gets shot out of midair. Matt with a wrecker. I missed every Matt. Matt is Jesus. Matt's going off 6.2 PPR. We're going to stick on board, see if he can't continue this run. Wanted to try and get through at least all of his team and maybe a couple of We Are Annihilation, but Matt has given us no choice as he promptly kind of sucks and is taking a lot of damage and is likely to go down as he's stuck in between a million people. And all of a sudden, We Are Annihilation has a 4 versus 2, make that a 3 versus 1. Last alive in the 1v3, and he is going to be surrounded at helmet. Gets headshot by Ma, and We Are Annihilation quickly shows us that there is going to be no talk of another 10-0 on this map for them, as they managed to take a round and face off. And we're going to go back. Matt is loading rockets. The ambush is on the way. The rocket does not connect, only gets 100 damage onto Practice, but Practice gets 70 more, and Matt taking down Practice, and Chris Power and Ma last 2 alive. And they are currently, well, Chris Power is walking into a combo out of Matt, and Matt just lift jumping into a flak out of Practice, and that was a trade, certainly. Chris Powell last alive, and he's going to go into the basement. You know he is. Chris Powell famously bleeding out later aid on this map in a 9-9 to take us, to steal a win a few seasons ago. But as it stands, no such dice for him this time. 5-1 now in favor of Extra Dumb, as they are cleaning up the clock, taking a lot of rounds here. And we are going to go I mean, we got to go back on board with Matt, right? Matt, currently still 5.2 PPR, and he is going to be fighting Gabo and is going to be looking across at the belt and takes on a good combo onto Gabo. Gabo's push maybe a little bit ill-advised. Ma, not necessarily ill-advised, but just ill-timed. And Chris Pala gets a huge flack onto Matt, though, and puts Kamikaze in the 1v2. It's going to be tough. Kamikaze needs to get his move on as he's getting linked down, gets the rockets out, but does end up dropping to the link gun. And here we go. We are Annihilation is kind of making a bit of a comeback. Matt, still 4.9 PPR. Absolutely huge performance. Can Matt keep this going? Gabo says, don't talk to my players, please. Not a fan of Matt giving compliments. Apparently, he is angry. Thinks that this team is full of trash talkers, and he would probably be right. They are indeed full of trash talkers. In terms of that, Matt and Lass tend to take out the trash. They're very nice and friendly. Great garbage men. Give him the Christmas tip, you know? Matt facing Ma, able to not eat that combo, but just by the hair of his chinny chin chin. And Ma, 1 HP, almost died to fall damage, I think. And Matt gonna get the health pack, and Practice is ready for him to jump up. And the combo does not connect. Practice still very healthy. And Matt dropping the XDs in the chat as Practice and Ma are able to clean up Headcase. And We Are Annihilation is making a bit of a fight on this map as they are at a 5-3 and can't be mad. Matt, once again, I mean, he's still doing incredibly well. Hits a great combo onto Chris Power and returns the favor from a few rounds ago. Matt taking down Chris Power, beautiful flak, and now jumps right behind Ma. I think missed an enemy there and just shot primarying, does not even care about flat cannon. And at this point, and Practice, last alive in the basement, 1v4 in the troll cave. Can he secure something? And he's going to run into some walls, not knowing this map forwards and backwards. Cannot read, but he can fight, and he is still alive, and somehow it looks like they're all shooting at ghosts. But I think they're just trying to find Practice, and Practice is just making lazy circles, and somehow is still alive. He was dead to rights in the basement, and he's now dead to rights from Matt coming up the belt lift and just jumping through the little hole and shooting Practice. And Matt still at 5 PPR. And going up that jump pad against Matt is a dangerous thing at the start of the round, but Matt missing his LG and taking a shot in the back. Matt is going to drop down the belt lift here and is instead going to move, but finds nobody. And misses Practice with the LG and runs right into Gabo behind belt again. And Matt getting out the flak, hitting nice 55 damage onto Gabo. And Chris, I think, or Gabo, Chris, one of the two ran right into Practice's combo. Might have pushed one of his teammates off. Chris going down to Link, and 7-3 now in favor of Extra Dumb. Extra Dumb is able to kind of make a big comeback here. Matt still almost 5 PPR and is absolutely... It never seems like he's doing that much damage, but he is just pumping. Hits another snipe, hits another beam, and just the exquisite mouse control and just putting damage out. Takes down Ma and almost runs right into some rockets, but instead hits a nice snipe, and Chris Pala drops yet again. 8-3. Extra Dumb is now beginning to just run away with it like they have both of maps 1 and 2. Although, I will say, pending they did not run away with it. They were actually getting, in the process of getting run away on, until they made a furious comeback, able to come back. But Chris Power takes out Matt, and now is fighting, couldn't see who he was fighting, Kamikaze, and instead is going to back off. His teammate is fighting. He actively knows that, and instead he stays down below to get killed by Lass. Lass in a 1v3. Dark Horse potential here, but he needs to hit some shots. A couple of players still very healthy on We Are Annihilation. It is the ones that you would most not want to be healthy too. Practice runs right into Lass here, and Gabo able to help Practice clean up Lass. 8-4. Extra Dumb currently in the driver's seat, but it ain't over until it's over. as they always say, and Chris Powell is going to find Matt in the basement, and flaks are once again being used, and LG traded on to Chris, and I mean, Chris, along with Ma, able to connect, and now Headcase going down to Gabo, and we have Lass and Kamikaze against 3, although Gabo is a shell, but if he can land any sort of damage, this could be very useful for his team. And Ma is currently getting 1v2'd, but Lass is going to opt out of that. Kind of every man for himself, not really working with Kamikaze in any particular way here. Just trying to get alive, but does end up turning onto Gabo, and it is a 2v2, and Lass sees both of them. The rockets are not going to connect. Kamikaze in the 1 versus 2 at Courtyard is going to back out, go to the boots area, and I mean, yeah, I was going to say he's going to dip, duck, and dive down into the basement, and I would leave that pack and move on. He just needs to get across the map, get to somewhere else, and like let Ma collect that pack and maybe land some damage. Hits a nice snipe, but drops to Ma's return sniper shot, and we are Annihilation has won a couple rounds in a row now, and it is 8-5. And Chris Powell currently flanking. We're going to go back on board. Matt's at a 4.1. He has kind of come down from his previous highs, and going to move over, hits Gabo. Nice snipe onto Gabo, and then knows that Ma is in the Courtyard and is going to try and clean Ma up, but ends up getting flanked. Nice flak ball out of Chris Powell. Takes a lot of damage out of Matt. Matt goes down, and now it is on Lass and Kamikaze to try and make something happen. And Lass and Headcase, and I was trying to swap to Kamikaze because I just can't read, but Lass goes down to a headshot out of Ma, and Headcase follows soon after, and all of a sudden we have a furious comeback from We Are Annihilation. They are not going quietly. It was 8-2 at one point. We thought we were a few rounds away from this cleaning up, and instead We Are Annihilation has put it into a very close matchup. And Practice now behind Headcase, unable to connect, but now finally hits the snipe. And just watching these close little angles. But is taking some return Practice is taking some return fire and is going to go up to Belt. His team is kind of fighting away from him, but Practice is able to get back into it and get a nice flank. And Kamikaze now goes down, and it is now all on Matt to try and fight Practice and Chris Powell. And Practice jumps right into Matt's waiting arms, and Matt gets the 1v2. He actually gets the 1v3 Dark Horse. Matt, tremendous round to put Extra Dumb 1 round away from a clean 3-0, which you always want. More 3-0s for your team, the better. Can never have too many W's in season standings format. And Matt going to be flanking now. Does not land the snipe onto Chris, and does land the snipe onto Practice, and comes around, takes down Practice, and now it is all on Ma. The only chance that We Are Annihilation has of taking a map in this matchup is Ma with 20 HP, and it's not looking likely. Ma does indeed go down 10-6. Extra Dumb taking the 3-0 victory quite cleanly, and all of a sudden, I mean, we had a match, and then we didn't have a match. 8-6 was as close as We Are Annihilation ever got to winning map number 3, and it fell apart for them soon after. Well, thanks everyone for watching another UT4 Elim League Season 4 production hosted by UT Pugs. I'm your caster, EP, and until next time, frag you bots later. Take care, all.